Have you seen two friends that are of the opposite gender and say things like, oh, we are just friends, nothing more? Until the late night calls turns into emotional dependence. Until the constant testing became secrecy. And until the friendship started taking up so much space that the marriage began to feel like a third wheel. And the truth is, many marriages have been shaken, not necessarily because of physical cheating, but because of unguarded friendship that slowly crossed boundaries. Yes. So now let me ask you, do you think it is wrong to be friends with someone of the opposite sex after marriage? No, absolutely not. Marriage does not mean you stop having friendship, or you lose your individuality, or you completely disconnect yourself from the world around you. Not at all. But here is the deeper question. Should that friendship that you have with your friend involve daily conversation, your constant testing, late night calls, or sharing your deepest emotion or personal struggle with someone other than your spouse? Because that's where the concern begins. Because once you're married, you need to understand that there need to be boundaries. You need to set boundaries. And I'm not talking about boundaries that isolate you. No, I'm talking about boundaries that is designed to protect what you have built with your spouse. I know sometimes many people respond by saying, my spouse is just being insecure. Please. It is not every time that is about insecurity. Sometimes it is discernment. You need to be discerning. Because when someone outside of your marriage begins receiving more of your attention, more of your vulnerability, your time, your emotional energy than your spouse, then it creates dangerous space for your spouse. Let's be honest. Most emotional affairs do not begin with someone planning to betray their spouse. No. They often begin with simple conversation like, you can always talk to me and I understand. It's just friendship. And slowly, without realizing it, the line begins to blur. That's when you will no longer see clearly. And sometimes people become more emotionally connected to their opposite sex and friend because they feel lonely in their marriage, because they feel misunderstood at home, because they feel unheard by their spouse. And they find it easier to connect with someone else. Yeah. But here this. What feels easier is not always what is healthier. I hope you add that. What feels easier is not always what is healthier. If your spouse is no longer your savior's place, please, the answer is not to find someone else to fill the emotional gap. No, the answer is to rebuild that connection. And sometimes you might even need to have that difficult conversation. Address the areas where you feel disconnected. Fight for the friendship and intimacy that you promised each other at the beginning. And if your spouse expresses discomfort about a particular friend, don't immediately dismiss them. Pause and ask yourself, why does this thing bother my spouse? Is there something I am overlooking? Is there something I am not saying that my partner is saying? Because love is not only about having good intentions. Sometimes you might have good intentions and you still fall. Love is always about being intentional to create that unity that you have together. Okay? Remember this. Not everything that happens that appears harmless remain harmless. No. Some doors do not open because of bad intentions. Sometimes they open because of too much of familiarity. And by the time you realize it, the emotional attachment will have grown. Your heart may already be involved in this person. So please, guard your marriage, honor your spouse, create healthy boundary, okay? Because it is far easier to protect a healthy marriage than to repair a broken one, okay? And in my next video, I will be sharing practical ways to help your spouse feel secured and respected when you have friendship with an opposite gender, okay? And now I want to ask you, and I want to hear from you. Do you think daily communication with an opposite gender, who is your friend, after marriage is harmless? Or do you think it creates unnecessary risk for you and for your marriage? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. And thank you for watching this. God bless you.